Hello, everybody. Hey, 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 give me a wave, give me a wave. How are we all doing? Let me just turn this off. I was laughing here because I thought one of the videos I was going to show at the beginning, and we had a bit of a problem with it. So I put up the timer and I thought this will be really funny. I'm just going to use it on YouTube because I'm in Thailand. Sometimes the adverts come up and they're all in Thai. And that's why I said in the chat, you might get an advert coming up in a minute and you'd be like, what's going on? What's going on? So really good to see you all. Sorry, I'm a couple of minutes late. I've had like 90 messages on my phone in the last half hour of all the people who, because I decided to do this on a weekend, and it was for the reason I decided to do this on a weekend, mainly because to suit me. Okay, and that's something really important when you build your online business. Do everything to suit you because you have recordings, you have things, and this is really important. This is going to be an amazing class. It's totally different from what was yesterday. This is a complete training. I'm going to show you lots of things you've never heard before. And there are going to be things that even the people who work with me have never heard before, because I had to check some things before I decided to say some things today. So again, guys, unless you're sitting there naked, cameras on, okay? Unless you're in the bathroom, or excuse me for looking, my phone's going absolutely crazy at the side of me. So give me a wave. Okay, give me a wave, everybody. Nice one, thank you. So good to see you all, good to see you all. How are we all? I'm just going to make sure everybody's muted. They are, they are. So nice to see you, Helen. Nice to see you, Naomi. It's really good for you to be during the day there in Montana, isn't it? Because normally you're like 5 o'clock in the morning tuning in. And we've got Diana. See, she's not got a camera on yet. So Sharon, hi Sharon, hi Pete, hi Tessa, how are you? Dorca, good to see you. Sam, Susan, Eddie, how you doing? Julie, John, hey John, you okay? Christine, Martine, good to see you. And we've got Robin, Kim, all the ones at the bottom here I can see. Oh, Angela's camera on, camera off. Hey Angela, how you doing? So, are you on the sofa, Angela? I can see you there. She's just like, Angela, are you in the UK? Yeah, you're in the UK.
Yes,
So we,
sorry, I am. Yeah,
yeah,
I've
you're
just remembered,
right.
so I've
Who
just
are
thrown
my
myself on.
who are my, who are my American people? Got Naomi, I've got Diana, Lisa. I keep going. Because you've called yourself N973. I keep thinking it's Alicia, isn't it? See, that's a good memory out of 170 people. Um, so guys, thank you very much for coming, especially on a Saturday, because I was like, okay, we have the Saturday, I am bombarded. Let's see. Because when you run things like this over the weekend, people are like, oh, they have plans and they have things, but this is fantastic. So what I'm going to do, let me just open this document. And something very, very important I need to say, everything that I say today is for use. It can never be shared. If this recording is shared, it's me who can share it. Okay. Until so at the moment you will all be having the chance to watch it on record, and you will be logging into Zoom via a password. Eddie. Today, I'm sitting today and I'm going, like my phone beeped, and then I looked and I'm like, Eddie's went into the class, and I'm like, you're 14 hours early. He's like, where's the recording? I went, that's another thing. So remember, guys, he now he's laughing. Eddie, you can unmute yourself for a second. Come on, we need to give everybody a laugh. Guys, this is Eddie.
There you go.
Tell everybody what you did.
Well, I was looking for the recording. I went on via the email, and Nicola sent me a message saying that's something completely different, right? So she sent me the link for the recording, and then I went in and tried a password, which came on some sort of email. And then I said, listen, what's the password? She said, it's the one right after the sentence. And I never saw it. And I thought, what a complete blinding idiot I am. But
Everybody, let's give Eddie a nice big round of applause.
I'm getting mute.
I'm sorry, Eddie, I had to spotlight you there. It's just that I'll put back to gallery from my view. It's really important. Guys, everything can be learned, okay? Never think you cannot learn anything. And you might see me today very different from what I was yesterday, even though I do this online. When I see people I never know, yesterday I'm like, put me in face to face. I've been in front of 5,000 people. It doesn't bother me. The Zoom thing, I'm still getting used to this Zoom thing. Okay. So don't think like, oh my God, Nicola, you look really confident and you've been up on stage and you used to teach public speaking. If you had to see me yesterday, even it does not matter the size of my business, the things I do, I am still like, oh, today I don't care because I met you all yesterday. Does that make sense? So never ever think that, oh, she looks really confident. If you had to see me, my hands were going like this. I'm so nervous, and I'd run into the bathroom and I was like, oh, and I'm a normal person, just like you. So never think, even these, I need to think before I say things on Zoom now. Even when you see some of these big gurus in America and you think, oh my goodness, how can they do that? What do they do? Don't believe everything you see online. Okay. And before we go on with this, there is somebody I am going to get to unmute themselves for a second, and we're not going to mention anybody names. Gavin, can you unmute yourself, please? Gavin is actually in my mastermind, but Gavin's actually ended up not like getting himself his own business. I've also brought Gavin in to one of my other businesses. So Gavin, can you say hello to everybody a minute?
Hi, everybody.
Uh, So everybody, this is Gavin, and I showed Gavin something the other day that probably shocked him. And Gavin, did I not, or did I not show you one of the big gurus in America asking me for help?
Yeah, yeah, it was amazing to see. Just
And if you go onto their profile and you see what, like you see millions of views, and I showed you my phone. Is this true or is this not true?
yep, absolutely.
Okay, you can,
Don't know where you find the time.
but did I brush them away?
Yeah,
Guys, why do I brush them away? You can mute yourself back there. Why do I brush them away? Because the reason I came into this business, I came back out of retirement, and I says I was only going to come back in for 2 years because I seen some things. I had things going on in the background and I changed my whole life. But now I'm in this business. I used to feel really intimidated by some of the big guns in the States. And I'd see them all over TikTok, all over Instagram, all over Facebook, and they've got millions of views, got millions of things going on. Who looks at them all? Who sees them and go, my goodness, okay? I wish I could share what I showed Gavin the other day because it absolutely shocked me. And then they were trying to sell me something else. Okay. Don't believe everything you see online. I'm going to show you how I did it. I'm going to show you some real stuff today. I'm even going to open my own group that shows the 7 million. Okay. So whatever you do in your business, just promise me one thing for the future. You will be real, you will be honest, and you will deliver something that is real and that is honest. And forget all the noise because a lot of it's not really real out there. So without further ado, let me share this and let's begin. Let me put this into reading view. And I just shut it down. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, can you see it? Give me a heads up. I have no idea where it went there, but that's just technology for you. So here we go. Some of you might need pen and paper. In saying that, I don't know the last time I even wrote down something myself. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Let me just move this to the other side so I can read. Welcome back. I'm so glad you showed up. And day one was all about clarity, niche, offer. But today is where we're going to connect the cash. It's about sales, not something sleazy, service-based. And it's something that you actually get paid. So if I show you this, yesterday we got crystal clear on your niche. I do know people that they still don't have their niche. It takes me about 5 hours in the group when we do it with people because there's lots of things, but I gave you a lot of information yesterday and I am going to give you the PDF as well. Okay? So look at this. Your offer and why people buy, that clarity is your foundation. Remember it. Niche clarity, offer foundation, why people pay for the transformation. Have a look at this. A simple offer is not enough, in my opinion, okay? But the most important is you need a niche that not only solves a problem, but a niche that people are already buying. Guys, stick your hands up or type okay in the chat, stick your hands up. Do you understand when I say that? Somebody else is paying money for it. It's something, it already exists. There's people all over the world.
that.
Okay, Peter, unmute yourself. Mute yourself. There you go. So that is really, really important. If you were going to go and open a supermarket, I would say on you go. If you were going to go and open a McDonald's in the middle of nowhere, I would say you're crazy. I have worked many, many years with millionaires, and I have advised them on stuff they have ignored, and it was their own fault. The reason McDonald's and Kentucky Fried Chicken and Pizza Hut, you see them all in the corners, all in the same thing, because it's clever. It's good business sense. So don't try to invent something that does not exist. You can do it, but launch something with me that does exist so I can get you to your first 5,000, your first 10,000, and then you will see that you don't want to go and invent something that doesn't exist. Does that make sense? Okay, spend your interest on something that is already there. And I will be quite brutal and be honest with you. So have a look at this. People buy you, not just your offer. They buy you. People who work with me buy me because they want proximity to me. They don't want to be in a group, 3, 4, 5, 600 people. They want to know step by step. So here's some things some people do. A low ticket download in health and wellness, $10. If 100 people buy it, it's $1,000. That's an easy sell. They then upsell it to a one-on-one Zoom, $100. So 25 people will buy that, $2,500. 5 high ticket buyers. Some people might want a bit more. They might want some coaching. They might want for like half the year, whatever. $1,000 mentorship for a while. That's $8,500. And this is a simple system to get to there. Here's another one. $5 AI prompt for new coaches, 150 sold. I was playing with somebody with this a couple of weeks ago. $750. 30 upsold within 30 minutes of it going out. Private sessions, $50. Very, very quickly. Private sessions, 30 minutes each. $1,500. Another 15 upsold to a private session, $100. A bit longer. 7 came into a business mentorship program. And then 2 wanted to become coaches. So when I say coaches in the business mentorship program, there are some people who they might be in the health and wellness field, they might be in the business field, they might be in the technology, whatever your niche, animals, whatever. Once you actually go and learn something, like I had a diving school. I learned to be a diver. I learned to be an open water instructor. And then I became the highest qualified female diver in the Canary Islands, second highest qualified in Spain when I was 24. I then opened a business academy. Can you see what I did 30 years ago in my life? And it's mad when I say this, because here I am sitting here now, opening other people's businesses again. It's just been like a whole circle in my life. So you can always go up, and so can your clients. So people paid me to learn how to dive. Then they wanted a diving license. Then they wanted to dive deeper. Then they wanted a certificate to be a dive master. Then they wanted to be an assistant instructor. Then they wanted to be an instructor. And there's another like 8 levels after that. And then they wanted to be a staff. And then they wanted to go up to master like I was. And they wanted to open businesses. So I used to run 4 or 5 business academies every single year in the Canary Islands, teaching people how to open businesses. Okay, so can you see they started as a diver and they became business owners? So you might go from being where you are now, interested in your niche, and then you might go to creating a digital product, coaching program, workshop, retreat, whatever, and you could end up being very happy with one-on-one clients. Then some of you would be happy with a group where you come on once a week and you teach a group. There's many different ways to make money. But once you've done that, you might want to go, you know, I'm really good at this. I really like it. I would like to train other people to do it. You might want to become a trainer one day. So don't limit your mind only on your niche. Does that make sense? Yeah? Cool. Right, let's go in. Let's begin your business. What are you going to create? A course, a coaching program, a book, a workshop, a digital download, a 6 or 7 day retreat. I could go on here, okay? Let's make it simple. Choose 7, lucky 7, 7 topics, 7 chapters, 7 lessons, 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 months. Start something. So topic 1, this could have 3 to 5 parts inside that topic. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah.
So think of topic 1 and 3 to 5 parts inside that topic. That could be your book, chapter 1, but there's several things in that chapter. Okay, does anybody have any questions on that before I carry on? I just need to make sure this is really clear because I don't like to leave people behind and then end up. Okay, so we're basically starting with 7 topics, and it doesn't matter what product we're creating, what business, because you can create them all. We just need to niche you into a product. So let me share again. Topic 2, topic 3. This is where you stop. Okay? You do 3, maximum. Maximum. The amount of people I know who are sitting here writing a book after 5 years is still there. They have designed a course that nobody buys. They have a digital download for $10 that nobody buys. They're trying to sell an estate agent program that nobody buys. They've done a health and wellness, taking people from A to B in trauma, life coach. Nobody buys it. The reason nobody buys it is because it doesn't have inside it the transformation that they want. So I know this might sound a bit crazy, but I ended up here online through several different pathways. I started helping people for free when I created the big viral Facebook group. At the same time is when I created the retreat. Okay, now I started helping people for free, and here I am now. I have a business academy. But when I first came into people paying, I was like, this is fabulous, because I just broke away from millionaires and working with big businesses and stuff and making them richer. And it was amazing, but I had to flip the switch because I was so used to, how can I describe this? I was so used to big boardrooms, big money guys. Sorry, guys, because it was all men. Big guys with big stupid egos and opinions and everything. And I was still the woman, eh? And no matter what people say in this world, we get a rough ride being a female. People don't expect it, especially a female in a position of authority. So, but when I came on with, I say real people, ordinary people, and I moved away from making millionaires richer, I still had to learn, because the way I taught them, and then I was helping real people, I was like, whoa, why don't they just do what I tell them? Why don't they just do it? And that has took me a bit of getting used to go, right, they don't listen. I don't know why they're not doing it. I don't know why they're not posting. So even me, with all my experience and everything, I had to learn some things, because working with ordinary people was very different from working with millionaires. Does that make sense? So I had to develop everything I did. I was for working with millionaires to ordinary real people. Does that make sense? Because I have a business academy that I allow people who are the right fit for me, and not everybody is the right fit for me, and I'm not the right fit for everybody else. And not everybody will be the right fit for you. But if you want to have a business, you need to give them something that they want. Does that make sense? Great. Let's go on. Sorry to be so straight. It's really important so there's no confusion as we go on, because this is a big class. You don't create the product first. I teach you to build one somebody will pay you for. We validate it first. Is she here? Dorca. You were the one that said that in the group, wasn't it? The validation. Don't ask me how I remember some of these things, because some days I don't even remember where I've put my phone in because of the menopause brain. But I seem to remember what people put in the Facebook groups sometimes. So let's go. So this is enough to put you more than one step ahead. 3 topics. We use find a friend online, leverage other groups, extract information, elicit conversations online, offline, DMs, Insta, Facebook, TikTok, anywhere. Once you have your niche, then we sell your program that is not finished. 90% statistically, businesses fail in the first year. I have never had a failed business in my whole life, and I'm very proud to say this. Lindsay's story. Now, the reason I've wrote that there is because if I didn't write that there earlier, I would have forgot. Okay, Lindsay, you're going to go, oh my, she has no idea. Lindsay, unmute yourself, please. I'm going to ask some questions here. Say hello, Lindsay.
Yeah.
Okay, tell everybody where you're from and where you are at the moment.
I'm from Scotland, but I've been living in Tenerife for over 30 years.
Okay, so now I'm going to tell everybody about the YouTube man. Okay, so there was a guy, and tell people what he was doing. He was going around, fantastic. I love it so much what he did. You tell the story.
Basically, he was going round to
Can you
different
speak up,
restaurants.
Lindsay? I can't really hear you.
Can you hear me?
There you
Is
go.
that better?
My volume
Yeah.
is down.
All right. He was going round to different restaurants, and some mornings like trying breakfast everywhere and saying, oh, I've got this, I've got like hash brown, or do you like your hash browns like that? Or that's a nice runny egg. What do you think about this egg? And people are saying, oh yeah, that's good, or whatever. I like mine's this
Lindsay,
way, that way.
can you slow down a little bit?
Right, okay.
Thank
And
you.
then he would go on to burgers, and he was trying different burgers and saying, what do you think of this burger? I really like it. And doing loads of different things,
So
basically.
he
And
was
then
doing this on YouTube or Facebook? Or both of
everywhere,
them? Okay.
everywhere, TikTok, a lot.
So he was eating in all the different restaurants on the island, and he was trying all the different foods,
Yeah.
correct? Posting online all the different food
Prices as well.
and how they like their eggs done, and I remember you saying something like that. Now, when you started seeing, because Lindsay's a new person who's not that long in the academy, and when you seen him do what he was doing, what did you think?
I says, he's going to open a restaurant.
And
that's
how did you know that?
because of everything that you've been teaching me for the last few months.
So, guys, thanks very much to Lindsay, because she's very shy on the camera. Thanks very much, Lindsay. So the reason I've showed you that, this guy, Dorca, because you were the one that did it, okay? Dorca, do you understand what this guy did? He validated his offer. He went round all the restaurants. He ate in the restaurants. He started documenting on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook Do you like this breakfast? Do you like that? He got all the opinions from people, all the validations. He then opened a restaurant and served the menu that only the people liked. He then, okay, he then cooked the eggs the way that only the people liked. He's queued out the door. This is exactly what I do online for all my clients. I might share tomorrow if I've got time, because my cousin did it and just has her third bar now in 3 years, and she's opened every one of them with no money, but that's another story. So it's funny. I did a retreat with no money and she did that. So does that make sense? Do you all understand that he validated the offer? Dorca, because you were the one who said that. Okay, fantastic. Clever, isn't it? We do the same online. We let somebody else build our business. Okay, so let's carry on. So what will you create? You've seen all the, you can have the downloads, you can have one-to-one workshops, one-to-one clients, group coaching, but we always start somewhere. We need to start somewhere. So you might start with something free or something low ticket, okay? And then you might invite them to your next level. It might be a download, something you've created digitally. You might be able to do something and do one-on-one. You might give them a 6-week coaching package, and then they come back. Then they come back for more. So you could have a starter course, starter product, program, whatever, and then next level, and then big. So you can see, you know, the bigger at the bottom. Does that make sense? Is that clear how you can bring somebody in with something free, or do a free thing? Okay. And it's like I don't do many free things, only because I have a lot already coming in the background. But like, this is a free thing. Okay. This is a free event. So it's the same thing, whether it's a download, whether it's online, whether you record something. Show people what you do, and your ideal clients will work with you. And not everybody is. And don't worry about that. Okay, let's go. I'm going to show you
Within just a couple of months of
Rachel.
joining Nicola's course, I had the confidence to give out my first online offering without even starting a live event. My offering was 444 for a month's work with me as a group. One of my clients decided to work with me one-to-one for £777. And then went on to signing up for a year for £777, $10,000. She's American. And I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe how quickly it happened, how easy it felt. So yeah, I was just blown away. And what I would say is this: we all have this inside of us, the ideas, the dreams, the business. What Nicola does is she just flicks the switch and makes it happen for you. So thank you so much, Nicola, for everything you've helped me with. And I'm just so excited for what the future holds for us.
Okay, so that's Rachel. Here is a girl called Amanda. Amanda was told by her family to get a real job. And the nicest thing she says to me online not that long ago: Nicola, thank you for giving me the opportunity. I had her teaching at my retreat, and I wanted to give her an opportunity to see her now. She's called Mrs. Brain Trainer, and she has a big life coaching business all over Scotland. I'm going to bring her in to do a class. She is amazing. There are some people in your life you might just help for free, or they might work with you. But things come in a big circle, okay? So remember this in your life. Not everything is always about the money. The money just comes. The more you give, the money will just come. So let's go back here. Sales isn't a pressure. Sales is a service. And if you're helping someone solve a problem and you don't offer your help, then it's like doing them a disservice. Does that make sense? If you don't offer what you do, it's a disservice. Everybody understand that? You might have heard it before. Some of you might have never heard it before. Okay, fantastic. Okay, I'm going to crack on because we've got so much organic content. No ads, no fluff, a way to attract clients. Content is how you get people to know you, like you. Lead generation, it's not magic. It's a skill. And every piece of content is a chance to help somebody before they even speak to you. Build it. If you don't, they will not come. Marketing is oxygen. Sales is the heartbeat. So guys, you must attract the right people and repel the wrong ones. Step 1, where do you people hang out? Step 2, talk to them. Step 3, make an offer, not a pitch. It's only a bridge to the next step. Like me, I say to people, if people want an A to Z roadmap to follow to your first 10K, just like some of my testimonials, then I offer my ideal clients the opportunity to work with me. I refuse some also because I don't want to waste my time with people who just think it's a life coaching. I used to do life coaching, but it's not what I do anymore. I bring them in. So do what you do. Now, content is how they like you, like I said, but this is really important. What do you put online? I'm going to go through exactly when I built that Facebook group, okay? And I had my retreat at the same time. When I did these things, I strategically was very careful on what I did. I was online all the time. But what I did online was very, very organized and structured. So this is what I did. Inspire. I showed people what was possible. So you show them, share your journey, lessons, beliefs. Let people see your heart, your vision, your why. It could be your program, I used to struggle with this. Here is what changed everything. Here is a win I'm celebrating. This is the moment that made me believe in what I do. So you need to inspire people on at least one post a week. And there's many ways to inspire. Next one, you need to educate them. So inspire could be Monday. Educate them. Give real value. Teach something specific they can use. Maybe solve a small problem and show that you understand the pain and you have the answers. So examples, 3 things to try if you're stuck with a problem. What most people get wrong about a topic. If I had to start again, here is what I would do first. So educate people. This could be Tuesday. The difference is with me is if I had to start again, I might say I should not have spent 15 years making millionaires richer, but I learned lots also. So just because my mission is now to help ordinary people, I can, because I work with ordinary people now, just like you, but I can like say, if I had to start again, would I do this 15 years ago? I still learned a lot 15 years. I was a startup CEO. So we had constant businesses all the time. So what did I do then? I then nurtured them because I had to do this I used to have 200 staff. So we've got Monday, we've got Tuesday, now we're on Wednesday. Nurture them and be consistent and be present and show you care and be honest. Look at me, I've answered everybody today. It's taken me like 6-7 hours to deal with people today, all for free because of this event. You know, there's 170 people in that group. You have no idea the messages and emails and stuff that are coming through. So give your time to real people, and real people will give their time to you. Here's some examples of things to nurture them. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's go on. Sell. How do you sell to somebody? Invite them to work with you. You've inspired them. You've educated them. You're connected. Now is the time to serve through your offer. Selling is just like guiding people to the next step. Always sell from a place of helping, never forcing. I don't want people who are not my ideal clients. Neither do you. I want people who actually want to make a difference in this world and make money, because it's not all about the money. I want people who want to grow. Some will also work with me. Some might not. So choose who you want to work with. Not everybody is your ideal client, okay? Selling isn't about convincing somebody to buy what you have, guys. So don't invent a totally new niche. Instead, create something. And don't be a robot. Be unique. And don't let the robots take over your business. Before I show you the next slide, I need everybody to 100% agree that what I might share is 100% confidential. Okay? Everybody okay with that? You're all going, Rocky? I'm going to stop sharing this. I'm going to open something else and I'm going to share this with you. Let me now. So what I'm doing, I'm just opening another browser and let me move that up there and listen.
Personal one right now. It's anybody boxing match. Doing good. Better myself. Don't hurt back. Yeah. He's worried. You cut it. You heard it. You see? You see? He's in the machine. He's a man.
Nieprawda.
He's not a machine.
Okay. Let me just stop sharing that. Did you all hear the part where he says he is not a machine? Do we have anybody here who's worried about artificial intelligence? Yes? No? Be honest, no? You should be. Okay? For some, yeah, you said yes. Artificial intelligence is amazing. I have a whole new thing I'm going to be teaching on it, but something really important. You do not want artificial intelligence to take your business. And I'm going to show you why. We are humans. We build the machines. We win. Don't ever let the machines give your information for free. Be careful, okay? And follow what I teach you. Watch this. Now, the reason, before I play this, there's a reason I'm going to play this. It's about 3 minutes long. And it's very, very important. I could sit here and show you, but we don't have time because we've got like another 20 slides to go through. On social media, on Facebook, especially the new artificial intelligence that is on Facebook, there is a whole different way now you need to promote your business, because the artificial intelligence can answer the questions your clients are answering, and they can put that artificial intelligence under your post. And I've been watching everybody, and I've looked at many of you in the last couple of days, and I'm just like, because if they can press a button and artificial intelligence can give them the answer to something you're inspiring, educating. Does this make sense? I need them to come to you. So I will train you. So ChatGPT does exactly what it does for me. This makes me laugh, this. Let me just bring this up. Okay, let's go. Okay, people, here is something very interesting. It always amazes me what people say they have been doing. ChatGPT. Do not allow ChatGPT to ever know your how in your business. Look at this. What did Nicola J. Scotland do to build the most viral Facebook group that gets 3.5 million views a month, and one post last week got over 200,000 comments and interactions? ChatGPT will tell you that I built a viral Facebook group. It will say no one actually knows exactly how she did it. Of course they don't. There is no published thing online of how I did it. Of course there's not. What we do know, it's passionate. It goes on about niche. It has 1,000 new members a week, over 10,000 comments weekly. And it's not a one-time spike, it's constantly. But behind the scenes, there are business opportunities, okay? Travel agencies, brands, podcasts, YouTube. It's becoming a secret platform. And Nicola is keeping things under wraps. So while the exact how remains private, what is clear? Nicola has built them more than a group. She's building an empire, and most people still have no idea what's coming. So I'm like, when did she start this? It tells you it was 4 years ago. La 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 la. And then I go, I can't find anything online that actually tells me the big how. I have searched, do you know, as I don't want to pay her. You're absolutely right. Despite your efforts searching online, there is no detailed public breakdown of exactly how Nicola J. Scotland achieved this viral growth. She has not shared her step-by-step strategy anywhere. I do with my private clients. And no interview guide or case study provides a full blueprint. What we don't know, the precise framework, of course you don't. The content, of course you don't. Funnel or launch systems, I actually didn't use any funnels, I just used Facebook. The monetization strategies, I've never shared it publicly. These are not documented anywhere. Nicola hasn't made them public. Of course I've not. And ChatGPT, you don't even know. What can we? But what is not confirmed? I chose a niche. She leveraged behind the scenes. She structured a community. La la la. So if you're thinking, how can I do it without paying her? You won't get her exact playbook for free. She hasn't shared it. But you can reverse engineer her principles for exact advanced systems, like behind her own private processes or paid programs. Exactly. I tell everybody exactly what I did. Okay? In summary, no, I don't know exactly how she did it. Of course you don't, because I don't tell it publicly. It's the secret sauce that remains private. Why am I saying this, guys? Because you will never find online how I did what I did. And make sure none of your clients either can find out how they pay you for the how. Okay. Who found that interesting? Very important. Very important. People pay you for the how. I have been writing a whole program now for about 6 months, mainly because of I can see Gavin's face going, how did she come up with this? Because he's not here. He's how did she come up with this? So this is really important. And the reason I played that walkie thing, did you see what his trainer said to him? He's not a machine. Does that make sense? He is not a machine. So what did I do? Let's go on. Everything I posted, everything I did, followed a system. Oops, let me just stop this. So let's continue. I wanted to be seen and I wanted to inspire them to pay attention. So exactly what I did. I wanted to be believed, so I would educate every single day. I was inspiring every single day. So I was kind of like quadrupling up, not just doing it on a Monday and a Tuesday and a Wednesday. And this is what I teach like all my people, because it's okay. But I wanted to like take it to another level. The nurturing connection is really important. I continued the conversations online. Okay? And I do that with not just that group, but with all my businesses. And you need to do that with yours. Offer a next step to something that somebody is excited to take. Now, constant reminders. People will come and interact and buy from you because you're human. Your business is alive. I knew the business was alive and I knew it would grow. So even I have the coaching business, I have property business, I have several different things. It doesn't matter. They all started with the seed. The group started with the seed. The coaching business started with the seed. The retreat started with a seed. I've had diving schools, wedding planners, hotel resorts. They all started with something. And I built that big group by following this plan. And I did not stop for 1 year. Did not stop for 1 year. Every single day. And I remember no likes, nobody commenting, but I did not stop. And 95% of everybody I see trying to come online as a coach, stop. What else did I do? I had post-its like this. So your story before and after, your beliefs, your breakdowns, your breakthroughs, these are all things to get people to engage. I had a retreat business running very close to this famous location. So I was cross-posting information. I was getting my ladies to talk and cross-posting to the group. I was getting them to talk on the group because I know how to hack algorithms. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm not doing a whole hacking thing because it's a big thing. Okay, so what else did I do? Vision-based post, why you do what you do, what you want for others. So I was constantly educating, leading. And I do that now in my business because it's the same system. You nurture, you connect. Open-ended questions. I make people talk. because there's a way we can use the audience to hack an algorithm to bring people back in. So what else did I do? I looked for conversations, not just likes. I was very particular in what topics people like to hear. It sparked an engagement. I repurposed what went well, and you know, one direct message can turn into a client. So if you posted just one piece of content a day, on a Monday, on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, on a Thursday, if you help people, educate them, start conversations, choose consistency, and say it out loud, I'm here to connect, give value. And this is here, your niche is something you date. You don't need to be married to your niche. You can validate it, you can work with it. So all these systems up to this point, and there's more, this is crucial. Does that make sense so far, guys, that you need to educate, inspire? I did it fourfold. And Rachel, who you've seen, I used her just because of what she's just. Guys, I can't answer the messages just now. I've got too many slides to go through. I'll get all to questions later. So she followed it, the exact system I told her, then brought the clients in, sold to her group, 400 and odd pound, like 700, and continued on and continued on. So let's go on because I've got lots more. So this is everything I did to this point. I didn't stop. Here is somebody, a very good friend of mine, Tanya. And before I tell you her story, I took that down. I met Tanya in a big high ticket group in the States, but she needed like proximity. She needed one-on-one, and she had went through some trauma in her life, and she's a really big Christian woman, and she wanted to take her Christian clients and help them in life, but also get them to open up a business as well. And she'd set up all these calls for people to, they wanted to speak to her because it was really important for her. She didn't just want to teach them what to do online. She also only wanted to work with Christian women, and it was really important because God was a big part of her life. So somebody who was an atheist was not her ideal client because she had included her religion as part of her course. Does that make sense? So not everybody was Tanya's ideal client, but she was so nervous, okay, about what she could say, how she could say it. And she was given this information from one of the high ticket courses, but because of so many people and there's not the opportunity enough at that last minute, she wanted to practice this. I contacted her and I says to her, Tanya, come on, I'll help you. And she's like, oh, Nicola, what do I pay you? I went, I don't want nothing, but I'll help you on like one condition. Let's come on Zoom and it's not going to be an hour. And we'll go through everything. You say it, practice it. I'll say it back to you, you repeat it. And there is a whole system also of what to say, when to say it, how to do it. And after I taught her and practiced, here we go. The 1st of November 2024. I just want to say thank you. And I was like, remember? And then she sent me this. I was nearly crying. 10,000. Her husband was very happy because they had money worries. Then she got 10 more clients. 100,000. When I came into the online industry, after I taught Tanya, she made more in a month than I had. Because I had just come in. She had so many Christian women. She had to turn away, lots of them, because she couldn't take anymore. And now I was talking to her the other day, and me and Tanya are friends. There's no business, we're just friends. and was talking to us the other day because when she's going to finish with the one-on-ones and now developing a whole group coaching program, a whole group thing online. Does that make sense? So if she can take some trauma in her life and go and do this, it's a system. Everything is a system. Does that make sense? Everybody? Okay, let's carry on because there's lots more here. Testimonial posts, they build authority. That's why some people will come into my world and they will come into my Digital Business Academy only if they're the right fit for me and I'm the right fit for them. So this is why I show real people, because I only want real people. And you also only work with real people. If they've got any pain solution posts, use that opportunity, put it online. It helps your business. It will help you grow. And you might give something away. You might not. Celebrate. Have engagement posts. It triggers and boosts the algorithm. Facebook jail. Has anybody ever been in Facebook jail? Does anybody want to tell us why they ended up in Facebook jail? Anybody like to share? This is when everybody and nobody puts their hands up.
Posted too many groups at once.
What did you
They
do?
stop.
What did you do, Angela?
When you post too many groups in a short space of time, then they can see that as spamming basically, and they just block you for a month or so from posting.
Oh, they can block you for lots. So anybody else? Matus, I'm surprised I haven't. So they're like, it's really important, okay, to stay out of Facebook jail. I can't go into that at the moment because it's it's like 2 or 3 days worth of on that class. So here is what I did. But I was doing it every day constantly. And here is what I still do now in my coaching program. Here is an idea of what you can do on a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Thursday, a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday. And the reason that says personal is like some people kind of like to be in your life a little bit. You don't need to have things on public. You can share from pages and things. But this is what I did every single day. And I was answering people every single day. And my fingers, sometimes, I'm not lying to you, were like this. Don't think that I just created this coaching business, the retreat, that viral Facebook group. Don't think I just created that out of thin air. Some days at the end of the day, my fingers, because I was like this on my phone. It took a lot of work. And now, by doing it, because I already had the selling systems, because I already knew in the real world, because I already had a vision, I didn't know 4 years ago I would be coming online teaching other people how to do it. I just started helping people for free. And then when everybody was getting results, I went, well, just do this, come online, do this, dun, 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 10,000. And even I went, oh my God, I just did that in an hour. Even I was shocked. Okay, but I started somewhere, guys. And it's not like it wasn't all roses for me. But the difference is now, I also learned lots over these last 4 years. And that's why now I can get people who work with me to the first 5,000, 10,000. And then they can go with that. If they want 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month, that's up to them. Some people are okay with a couple of hundred, a couple of thousand. Does that make sense? So don't think this just came from, don't think I just like plucked this out of the sky. I didn't. But the thing is now, I take people step by step, and you need to do the same thing with your clients. You need to take them step by step. If you want them to come into your world, you need to do everything that I said there and not stop. Your business needs to be open every single day, maybe closed on a Sunday. If you go to the high street, okay, and the shops are open, you can walk in. If that shop door is closed, you cannot get in. Does that make sense? So if you're not online, if you're not doing things online, then they think you're closed. And this is really important. Really, really important. You're only alive when you post. So what did I master? Okay. In the beginning, I was a newbie. You're not a newbie. You're here on Zoom now, you're learning new skills. And mastery begins when you shift the identity from I'm new, I'm just learning, like driving, you couldn't drive a car. I learned what worked. That's how I came up with all the posts. So whatever you're doing, you're going to be a bit messy at the beginning. The second time's better. The 10th is smooth. Every repetition builds this unconscious like competence where things just click. And then it's like you get in a car, you don't even think about it anymore. So you're not starting from zero like I did, because you're already, you know so much more just from this class. So you're building from experience. Learn the skill, not the label, and repeat it until it's natural. Many people say to me, can I do it? Well, if you've ever had a job and got paid, then you can do this and get paid without having an employer. Make sense? So remember something, your first job, you didn't know what you were doing, but you figured it out. Business is the same. You've got decades of life experience. It doesn't just disappear. Feel like a newbie, but don't camp there. You're just in learning mode. And then guys, give it 6 months, focus, go all in. I didn't stop. That's all it takes to build the momentum and confidence. Do not stop. You've already got the gold, stories, skills, lessons, and that is what people pay you for. That is what people pay me for. Content isn't about making stuff up. It's about packaging what you already know in a way that others can use. And if you've ever helped a friend, congratulations, you've already created content. The only thing that changed is the platform. So you're not starting over, you're just switching tools. So when I went online, I was just switching tools. But in my head, I was not really a beginner. I was just learning to kind of maybe drive a bigger car. So when it felt a bit weird at the beginning, it all kind of come natural. But the whole thing is, guys, I did not stop. I didn't stop. Different times of the day, different posts, different contents, going out there online, finding people. If you want to have a coaching business, it's 100% possible, but you need to follow that system. It's really important, okay? You don't need to go join loads of groups. You only need to have a couple where your ideal clients are. There's a way to get people. You inspire them, you educate them, you nurture them, and you bring them into your world. And then when they're in your world, they have a choice. So you don't need to sell any big offer. If you've seen what I showed you what Rachel did, she started small. Most people are not ready for that. So give people something simple, a digital download, a starter course, a low ticket offer, or even something free. Just keep it under $50. And that will win your trust. It shows them that you care. And when they're ready for more, they will ask for the next step. You don't need to push, you just need to guide. So if you're wondering where to begin, the answer is simple. Start with something small in your business, something helpful, something that makes them say, wow, that really helped me. Because every single person, every client's journey begins with one small win at a time. So whatever people tell you is the truth, you don't need a funnel, you don't need anything. All the stuff I showed you at the beginning, you can do so many different things. Digital download, quick fix, anything, lead magnet, low ticket, £6 in 6 days. It doesn't matter what you do. Remember the 8,500? All that came from this. So a low ticket download. What would you do with a low ticket download? You can create a digital product. You could open up Word or Google Sheets, and you could create something that you give somebody for free. Or you can sell it, $10. You can bring them into your world, but the thing is, it needs to be something that's real. Something that's real. Okay? And then you can upsell them, depending if they are your ideal clients, whatever your program is. Selling, there's a whole systems to all this. So I would bring people into my world with a low ticket or something for free. I still do it in many different things. And that is the way people get to know you. It's like, now you're here right now with me in something that's free. You know me more today than you did yesterday. Your first clients will come from sometimes your friends, your family, or that circle, depending on your niche. Bring people into your world. And when I say bring people into your world, open a Facebook group. Feed that Facebook group, even though you might not have anybody in it yet. Feed it. Monday this, Tuesday this, Wednesday this. Okay? Feed it so everything runs in sequence. And then when people come into your world, it's like, boom, look at this. And you inspire to the world. You inspire on the groups, inspire on your own internet, Facebook, Insta, TikTok, whatever it is. You educate, you nurture. So people will see you as the expert. Does that make sense? And this is what you need to do in your business. And this is exactly what I do in my businesses. People know I'm the expert in building Facebook groups because there's nobody at this moment in the last year who's went viral the way that group has. That's why big gurus are contacting me, because people want it. They want the audience. But I'm a very normal person. I have no intention of selling it, because I always think the guy I used to work for many, many years, I worked with several millionaires. He had a company called Dyson Direct, and that's what Meetic bought for 30 million. It's now Match and Tinder. That's a big, I mean, it's not just Match and Tinder now. They have like so many of them. It's about 250 billion, I think it's worth, the last time I looked. And when he sold that, he came to Spain, and I ran his whole big hospitality company there. I always used to think, especially like now I do this, I think, I wonder if he ever thought he should have kept it. You know, because his company was sold for 30 million. He was very happy. It's a lot of money. But now that's part of others. They just kept buying all the dating agencies, and it's now worth 250 billion. And I always think, I wonder. So anything you create, just needs to go through a process. And that's lots of things here. Something important. Read this. That's what you're offering. Create something irresistible, guys. Your offer should feel like a no-brainer. It's never about the price. It's about the clarity. So they're not going to buy from you if they don't understand what you can do. And this is the biggest mistake every single person makes. People always say, I help, but it's time to build a business, not a bio. Does that make sense? There's so much out there. I help this, I help that, and that's fine, but be bold. What sounds better if somebody meets you, like you remember yesterday, we done the thing with the escalator going up. They meet you at the bottom of the stairs and it's your ideal client. And you have, to the time you get to the top of that escalator, to the top, to tell them what you do, who you help, and the transformation. Start to practice that in your life. And then you say this to yourself every single day. When I was building that viral Facebook group, every single day, I would say to myself, this is going to hit 1 million views. This is going to hit 1 million views. I'm going to help people. I'm going to nurture people. I'm going to inspire people. I did not stop. And I remember when nobody was liking. And why were they not liking? Because it was COVID. It was closed. And when I started that group, the other biggest in the world was Gavin. They're at 35,000. I think they were 25,000 4 years ago. They've only grown 10,000 in 4 years, I think, if my memory serves me right. So there was a group that had been on the go, I think 7 years, 8 years. Whenever Facebook group started, they opened a group. So they had 25,000 people when they started. No, when I started. I now have 3.5 million views a month. So what did I do different from them? I didn't stop. I engaged every single day. I was educating. I was inspiring. And that's not just on that group. People don't see me do live events like this because I don't need to. Because I have so much people come into my world because they know that's Nicola. She teaches entrepreneurs and new coaches how to get fully booked and takes them to 5, 10K months. She's done that for her friend, she's done that, and she's ended up with a business with it. Do the same with your business. Bring people into your world. Make sense? So for my mission in my life, I want to take as many ordinary people with me because I'm going back to retire in 2 years' time. And I'm really strong with this. So you must be strong with your business. And people go, Nicola, you're going to go back and retire? Yes. I said I would only come and do life coaching for 2 years. Why? Because nobody else is showing anybody the whole way. It can't be done in a weekend. And that's why when I teach all my people all the big, I've spent like over 100,000, all the big things I learn in America, all the big high masterminds, I tell the people who are in my world. And I brought some of them in for £1,000. Why? Because nobody else was. Nobody else was telling these people everything. And you all know what goes on out there. And that's why I'm in this space. So you tell your people why you're in your space. That's really, really important. Business solves a problem. Did you see that video I kept putting up today? I tagged it in a lot of videos. Business solves a problem. Just be nice and authentic with it. So I've got one more to go. Back to here. So what do? I bring people in on the coaching business. I bring people in for free. I then double their investment to the first 5,000. Some like to make that a month, some go to 10. And then there's a small amount that want to go to the 100 club and above. It's very simple. Make your business simple. But whatever you do, make sure you have a product that somebody else wants. Does that make sense? And you don't need websites. They're good, but if you want to go and coach online, you can just start with Facebook. You don't need to be spending 1,000 a year on software platforms. You don't need to go to Kajabi. You don't need to do all this. Why don't you? And I won't say this live, I'm sorry, because I found a way that you can get the whole lot for free. How you can store your files for free. How your clients can come in and see your files for free. How you can store all your content without spending $2,000 a year on software. Okay? So I'm very confident in what I do. Very confident in what I do. Because I have things that I know my ideal clients need. But something really important, not everybody is your ideal client. So think about who you want to work with and only work with those people. Okay? If you're one of those people in life who's like, they keep asking me for free stuff, they keep asking me for free things, take a look at yourself. Are you constantly asking somebody to give you everything for free? Think of how much they've already gave you for free. Okay? So think of exactly the same things of what you ask me, what you want to be asked of your client. And that's me being very honest and very open. So be straight with your business. People don't expect you to work for free. They expect to be inspired. They expect to be educated. They expect these days to be nurtured. And when you have something that they want, they will pay you. Does that make sense? So before I open this to questions, just give me a minute to see if this is coming up. What I did earlier is I wanted to show you something on the Facebook. Let me open this. Let me close this. Excuse me, guys, for a second. It's obviously this is my private. Okay. Let me now go to this one. Okay, so I'm just going to share this one. In the last 7 days, so as you can see, this is me, okay, and this is my West Highland Way. So here we go. In the last 7 days, we have 2,000 people posted, 250,000, 750,000. Let's go to 60 days. Just over 7 million. Just over 20,000. I started that with one person. One person in that group. Can you believe now this is possible for you to do this? It's just a system. There are obviously more things, but this is the main thing. You need to start there. And if you think about it, people pay for things constantly. I love cakes. I go into the bakery, I eat cakes. Okay? If you go to the hospital and you have a problem with your ear and two doors open and you've got like the general doctor or the ear doctor, where are you going to go? You're going to go to the ear doctor. If you go to the hospital and you're sitting there and you have 2 children, 3 children, whatever, and they suffer from allergies to the point they could die if they eat peanuts, and you're waiting your turn and the door opens and the doctor says, oh, I'm very sorry for being late. I've been very busy. And you go, do you even know what you're talking about? And it goes, yes, I graduated from such medical school. I'm not against doctors at all. But stay with me. I graduated from medical school, 5 years, 6 years. I specialized in allergies and I've now been in the hospital for 2 years. Okay. And then you have this woman sitting next to you that goes, allergies. And you go, yeah. And she goes, I have 3 children. They've nearly died 15 times in the first years of their lives. I am the most experienced in allergies ever. I know what they should eat, what to cook, how it works. I've now written a book. I help people do this and I keep other people's children alive. And you have a choice. If you were that mum, where would you go? To the doctor? Or would you want to hear from this woman who has a story? You're going to want to hear from the woman. And that's what's really, really important in life. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a story to tell. So make sure that you're confident with it to be 10 minutes ahead of your client. You don't need to know everything, just 10 steps ahead. If you can tell me something that you can talk about for 30 minutes, it could be baking cakes, anything, any business, any idea, any passion, any hobby. I can make that a business that people will pay you. But you need to be very careful what you do online. You don't want artificial intelligence to be given all your posts, all the answers to everybody. You want to be in the same position I'm in. Does that make sense? You want people to come to you. And tomorrow there's a whole selling system. There's a whole process. How, you have your people and what you do with them. How you actually sell to them. And that's what I'm going to touch on tomorrow. So guys, I'm now going to open up to questions. I know some of your heads are like, whoa, because it's a lot of information that's went today. Anybody got any questions? Just unmute yourself. Don't be shy.
Okay. Hi,
Who have we got? Hey.
Alicia. Hey,
Hey.
how are you?
I'm
Thank you again.
I'm very good. I'm very good, sweetie.
So I have a story and I have something that I want to offer. And I started doing a lot of what you said. I joined Facebook groups and I got a group and I sold $11.11 for a one-on-one healing session using astrology. Not accounting, astrology, but it all works because they give me their birth dates and I have to record that in the tax program. And I sold one 9-month program, Create Your Next Renaissance, Change Your Life, 9 months to gestate, and week retreat in private retreats in Italy. I did this last summer, about a year ago, and then I stopped. And I'm like, it was like, how do I go from there? Do I continue on this, start over with a new group? I don't know what happened. I somehow lost confidence or thought it was a fluke. And I'm listening to you and I'm like, I did all those things. Where do I go from here?
The whole
Please.
thing, the whole thing is there's a whole, you can't just stop. There's a whole system of when you have the people and then you take them all through a journey. People people pay for a journey. It's like going to the gym one time. You cannot just go to the gym one time and expect to have the good body at the end. This is totally impossible. Okay? People think they come in and they get money off of a money tree. This is impossible. Tanya, who I coached exactly what to say, she was several months, because she wanted to do high ticket. So to go and do high tickets straight away when you've not even done maybe 50 low tickets, it's a big pressure. And this is why I'm not against anybody who wants to go straight to high ticket, but there is a pressure, there is a value you need to give people. So there's something I teach in say you have a babysitter, right? So you have a babysitter and they're going to watch your kids, and then somebody else says, oh, come and use such and such babysitter, and you go, no, 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 I've got my babysitter, and you go, well, how much are you paying? Well, she's $20. Well, mine is $20. Well, why is yours better? You say, well, mine takes out the trash, looks after the kids' lunches for the next day. She does all the ironing. She does all the washing for me. She sweeps the kitchen. She mops the floor. She feeds the dog. She feeds the cat. Can you see the value of that babysitter is now $20? Is the same as the other babysitter that's $20? People need to see you as the expert. Susan's like, I want that babysitter. When you are the expert and you're the one that gives the unique value, people will want to work with you. There is a way you need to promote yourself. You need to keep promoting yourself. And then you need to also have a community behind you to help to boost you up. There's algorithms to play with. It sounds really mad and technical, but it's not. I'm going to show you 2 seconds. I played with an algorithm. I'm going to do it because it's right at the top of my page at the moment. I played with an algorithm. Here we go. Can you see this? 136 reactions. Can you all see this?
Yes.
Okay. 5 minutes ago. I just went and played with an algorithm. The reason I show you that, guys, is because I give a lot of information away for free. A lot of information. People come and work with me because they know I can get them what they need. People need to come to you because you can get them what they need. And they know you can get them what they need. And they can look at your Facebook profile and they know they can get what they need from you. And they can read your Facebook and they know you can give them what they need. And they read that you inspirational post and they know that they can get that from you. And then you can share your group to your profile and they know they can come and join your group. And then they can see you go live in your group, and that's a whole other teaching for me, because you can sell people with 1 hour, one recorded thing. That's a whole other, I have many ways for people to get clients. Okay, many, many ways. I need them in your world. And all I need is for people to choose one niche. And then I niche you down 10 times and make you the expert in the world. Like I've made myself the expert. I teach others, I will make you the expert in your world. And you need to believe that. But your people also need to believe that you can deliver this. And this is where the whole co-creation comes in. Because I then take you, we do a whole co-creation thing, and then I show you how to leverage what you see on Google, Amazon Books, what's Amazon selling, what's on TikTok, and how we can take all this web of information to make you the expert. I'm laughing because it's funny now, okay? For me, it's funny now. But there's not just one way, there's many ways. Once we bring people into your world, it's very easy. But these people are cold at the beginning. Cold people don't come and buy, they come and watch. I've sold like...
Yeah, I think I had a fluke.
No, I've sold like 80, 90,000 in 3 months from people who have been watching for months. I've never seen them comment on a post online. I've never seen anything. But they come into my world. And this was one of the reasons I didn't do the live event that I said in February. But I'm now moving away from doing one-on-ones because it eats up to my life. Everybody, we're doing it together. But I have brought people in there through many systems. And the most important thing is we create something that brings people into your world. And then when they're into your world, I can show you a magnitude of ways to make them paying clients again and again and again and again and again. It's not a fluke. It's like saying, oh, I opened a fruit and veg shop and it's a fluke every day that somebody comes in and buys my fruit and veg. This is the world now. The world has opened up. People want things fast. They want you to change their life, give them something that they want fast. They want to know, you know, we can go and do that in 6 weeks and then we can be with her for a year. But they don't want to go and look for something. But you need to be specialized in your niche. And we need to niche you even more. Once we do that, I mean, it's like, because I have like lots of people in the groups, like somebody who does astrology, oh my goodness, do you know how many like nurses at night on night shift and that's all they do is read astrology things? Scroll on the phone, read their magazines, read their horoscopes. Can you imagine if you just specialize for people who did night shift? I'm the night shift astrologer. Whoa. Nobody does it.
Okay.
Nobody.
No, no CPAs do.
So we niche you down, to make you the expert in the world. Nothing's a fluke. That's like saying nobody's going to walk into your shop and buy from you.
All right, I want to sign up with you.
You need to believe it. But I mean, it's like me. I only work with people who want to work. It's like, you know, I know it seems all nice and hunky and dory and like, and you see some things, but you need to know in your heart, I'm going to do this because you can do it. But guys, you need to niche beyond what people tell you. They say, oh, go out, you need to, you know, if you're good at something, you have a passion, if you have a hobby, then you can do this and you help people go from A to B. You see, pain to pleasure has a bridge. There are different parts of that bridge. And each part to get people from here to here is a different selling point. But the whole thing is we just make you the expert. That's all. Because if you have 3 people, oh, I do astrology. Oh, do you? What do you do? Oh, I do astrology. Oh, do you? What do you do? Well, I do astrology specific for people who work night shift, especially nurses in the hospitals. Oh, my friend would love that. They sit all night on their phones and read this, and they read the magazines. Boom. And I can do that with any business, anything. I used to sit in boardrooms with the guys, okay, and we'd open businesses constantly, multi-million businesses, and everything was done through the Guru secret selling system. We niched the ideas beyond their lives. There is only so much I can teach on a free weekend. But this is like being niched beyond your life. And then once you have that, it's like you become the expert. It's like, I know I say it like as if like it's really easy. The niching thing, Maeve, is because I basically just break down everybody's walls. And then they go, oh my goodness, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? Remember, this is what I do. So not only will I do what I do for you, I will also tell you what you can do for your people so they spend money with you. But everybody who works with me must be open to really me stripping your business and niching you right down. Because otherwise I'm just frustrated as hell and I would rather not have it. And this is how straight I am. Because otherwise I'd just be banging my head against a brick wall. Somebody said, but I want to help everybody between the age of 20 and 60 lose £5. Okay, knock yourself out. There's your refund. Okay.
Yes.
And when
Thank
you
you.
feel that
I'm gonna-
confident about your business, how I feel about mine, this is the
Yeah.
confidence we take you to. But we make you the expert. And I show it. It's not just business. A lot of it is also what we do in the mind. And I'll be touching on that tomorrow, the whole subconscious, but not just for the clients, for us. Okay, I don't teach life coaching anymore, but I do have a whole brain training thing. And I'm going to bring in Amanda, who's the girl who I gave the opportunity to teach to my retreat people. And it's amazing what she's done now. There's lots of things, guys. I sat there with my phone, posting, doing everything I've told you today. Everything, every single minute of every day. There is a way to make it happen, and that all those instructions I've gave you. I have some people who come on free events and they go and they make the money and they launch products just with what I've told them. I also have people who want a little bit more money, and I'm honest with that. So nothing is a fluke. That's like telling every business in the high street that's a fluke. Everybody walks in the door. That's like saying it's a fluke. I've just done live, showed you in 5 minutes how I've just went boom, 126 in some women's group. Can you see that wasn't a fluke?
Yes, absolutely. And I know the mind is very strong, and mind took me down.
Yeah.
And
so the whole mind thing,
yeah.
I'm bringing back into, I've got a couple of my tribe at this event today. I'm bringing in a whole teachings that I used to do 1 day a week when I had the retreat, because I can see now, and one of the ladies, she's not here today, Veronica in the States, she'll be like, yay! Because a couple of months ago, I was just like, I don't have the time. I'd rather bring in somebody else. But the whole mind thing, when I did it a couple of weeks ago with some people, and they've just went and sold, and their whole life's just changed. I see how powerful it is,
Oh
but
yeah.
nothing's a fluke. It's not. Guys, anybody else? Big round of applause. Anybody else with any questions? Just unmute
Thank you,
yourself.
Nicola.
You're very welcome.
I have a question.
Yeah. Hey, Naomi. Naomi
Hi.
in Montana. She's
So my
data.
question is, I'm about to start my Facebook group and I have it designed and whatever, but when we start posting to the other groups, which I have posted, but I've posted as my name and that's my personal page. So do I start posting from my group or my
No.
personal
So
name?
I teach
Because
all
all they're
this.
gonna see is my family pictures.
Yeah. I teach all this in the academy, okay? But very, very quickly. You will have a Facebook profile. You will have a Facebook page. You will have a Facebook group. You will have three things. You will have where you put some things online that are only for your family. You might share and you will share it to friends only. Okay? I will show you a way how we leverage your Facebook profile.
Okay.
We bring people into your world. People will also be your friends, and we accept them and you make them acquaintances. Okay? So then the things you put publicly online as well will be educate, inspire. So everything you do at the moment will be your public profile and also your Facebook group. Now, guys, for the people who don't want to do anything on their Facebook profile, you can open a Facebook page, and there is another way to do it. It just takes a bit longer. Okay? But what we need to do, Naomi, is we bring people into your world. And because I know what you're doing with the business, we bring people into your world exactly the same. And it's quite interesting because we have Marco on the other end of the States from you, who is a realtor, and he uses other people's money and stuff like that as well. You with your niche being a lawyer and everything with what you're about, where you want to go, is fabulous. But we will have the group, and you will also do exactly educate, inspire, and nurture. So you will feed this group with information. You will feed your personal profile with information, the same information. You will feed your Facebook page with the same information. Okay, this is what we need to do. You might have Instagram, TikTok as well. You will feed them all.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
So you probably want to need TikTok. I don't know whether it's going to stay or be banned from the US because it's on a time limit. And you can also I talk Facebook, but because Instagram's a whole other thing, I can't teach it at this weekend. It's only done inside the academy because it's another entity. It's owned by Facebook, but we do that slightly different. And then I will make you the expert, Naomi. The expert. And this will be worded in such a way which for me is really easy because you're a lawyer, because you're an attorney. So I will leverage your past with your new business. That will make it absolutely impossible for anybody who wants to go in to, whether it's the real estate or whether it's using other people's money to buy other things or taking lots of people's money, putting it together, whatever, all the different systems that you have, I just make you the queen of it. So it would be crazy for anybody else to go to anywhere else for what you're delivering. And this is also what's important. It's like me. When I had the, excuse me, when I had the retreat, okay, I did £6 in 6 days. So people came to me because they could lose £6 in 6 days. Make sense? People come to me now because they want the Facebook groups. They want to know how to get clients online. People come to me because there is nobody at this moment who has built such a viral Facebook group from COVID to what it is now. I became the expert in it. So why would somebody go anywhere else? The same when I had the diving school. I became the most qualified instructor in Tenerife, Canary Islands. Why would anybody go with anybody else? I remember having all the hotels and other diving schools were opening up, which was normal because I was teaching them to be instructors and open businesses. And I remember a hotel contacting one day and saying to me, "Oh, Nicola, we're going to use somebody else for the pool, la, la, la." I went to the hotel and I went, "Why are you going to use them? Are they, oh, well, they're not taking, they're giving us more commission." I went, "Okay, can you sign this document here, please?" And they went, "What is it?" I went, "I just want to inform the government of Spain that you have decided to go with another company because they're paying you more money when I am the most highly qualified person in this island and you're refusing to use me." I was 26-year-old with like, I got the contract back. I was so confident. And it's like, I mean, I'm 51 now. I was 26 when I did that. I will do that for you. The same as like you saying, what I just got my friend Tanya to do. She went from 10,000 to 100,000 in 3 weeks. She is the expert in her niche. Why? Because of trauma and child loss and things. You have a huge advantage. The same as Alicia with the astrologer. You have the experience and also your unique sprinkle on top. And this is what is important. Be prepared to be the best of the best in your business. But you need to follow the system one by one. And for the people, if you don't want to, yeah, oh, I can't be bothered posting, I don't want to do this, I will show you people who you can use, who can be, I say trusted because so far it's okay, who can do 100 of your posts and everything, give you a whole library for like $50 for the ones who don't want to create anything online. But the most important thing is we need 3 things. And what I'm doing this time, I mean, I'm going to do the whole how we sell to people and all the information tomorrow, and I'll tell more people. But what I'm doing this time, and this is why this has been delayed 5 months, because I says anybody who's going to come into the academy is all going to start at the same day. We're going to go 3-4 lessons a week, and we're going to go, it's going to be in the evening, like 7 o'clock US time, and then the next day, 7 o'clock Europe time. And it's going to alternate. So it works on both ends of the spectrum. But we're all going to go through together in a journey, do this. This is what you do with your Facebook profile. This is what you do with your group. This is how your banner is. This is what you need to say. This is what you need to say next. This is what you need to do. You need to do this today. You need to do this tomorrow. Life will be like this for 1 month. So you don't even need to think. And why have I broke it down like that? Because I was a little bit, no disrespect to not like working with ordinary working people, but I realized that they need a bit more. And when you break it down and say, just do this, do this, do this, it's the same thing, but you just need to do it. And it's going to be in the evening, as I say. One day can be like 7 o'clock for the US time, between like 6 and 9, depending on where you are. Next day can be Europe time in the evening, and we can do 3-4 days. And so everybody can attend 70% everything live. Okay. So Naomi, I'll see you tomorrow. Guys, love the questions. Is there anybody else with any other questions before I'm looking, before I go to bed, actually. It's 2 o'clock in the morning here. It looks all bright because I have my background on, but it's actually 2 o'clock in the morning here. Anybody else with any questions? Are we okay? I know it's a lot of information, but it's 100% possible. But the most important thing is, I never want you to be in the situation that ChatGPT can give the answers to your business. Okay? You can see how ChatGPT cannot give the answers to my business. And I will show you how you can never have it give the answers to your business too. And this is a bit of a new thing. And anybody who's interested and you think, oh, Nicola, I've seen these big American gurus do this and they do that. I am in several high-ticket masterminds in USA. Everything I get from there, all the documents, I have all the documents, all the hook. Go on my website, you'll see a couple of things, nicolajscotland.com. There's a library page there, so nicolajscotland.com. You'll see things with hooks and everything. Everything I get from those big money masterminds, remember, I was taught by the same speaker who does things for Tony Robbins, Russell Brunson, Grant Cardone, all the big people in America. I will give you exactly the whole script to how it's said. Because I promised I would when I came into this. I went 2 years, I'm going to give everybody everything that they do not get access to because they don't have £25,000, $50,000. I'm going to give you all. So guys, I'm going to say goodnight, if that's okay. Because it's 2 o'clock in the morning here. And thank you very, very much for your time on a Saturday. It's really, really appreciated. I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot to think about, John. I'm just opening the chat here. I haven't opened it at all. Bianca, you're very welcome, and also a lot of information. Yep. I mean, I've covered so much today, only because yesterday wasn't meant to, some of this was meant to be in yesterday's, but when people say, oh, Nicola, please do some niche stuff. I mean, the niche stuff, guys, it's 4 or 5 hours long. But when people ask for things, I need to put it in. So remember that with your own business. Okay? Dorca, can you now see how very easy it is to validate your offer? So can you see how simple I can just change that? And that's only because I've lived this life for 30 years. I don't regret working for the millionaires. I don't. I can't. Because we've validated so much stuff. We've niched so much stuff. This is why it comes easy to me. Okay? So whatever question you have, guys, no matter how stupid it might sound, think about it now. Because last day is the last day I'm going to be live. And my apologies again. I will say that to, she's not got a camera on, Mary, bless her, because she's been waiting since January, February, since I cancelled the live event to come and do this. So any questions, ask them live tomorrow. I do apologise for the people who are going to watch this and on record. I do know I have I looked at him and I have 120 emails because there's 160 people in that business group. There are so many people having this on record, having it on questions. And then why did you do it at the weekend? Well, if I did this during the week, I would have had about 160 people here. I didn't want to have 160 people because I wanted to have the opportunity to at least spend more than 60 seconds with the ones who had the questions. So, but if you ever came and did an online event, I would say do it at 7 o'clock at night in your country time midweek. Okay, so I was a little bit strategic in what I did, but it's now just kind of made me a bit bombarded with the phone. So guys, thank you very much. Honestly, you're you're a lovely bunch. Go and have a great day. So for the UK people, it's nighttime. For the US people, it's daytime. And for the people in Australia, it is in the middle of the night, like me. Well, you're getting a little bit, honestly, we're all over the place. So guys, thanks. I'm going to hopefully wait. Maybe Zoom will render this maybe in about 15 minutes or something like that. And then I can get it out online. So thank you so much. Okay, guys. See you later.
Thank you.
I'm going to stop recording and I'm going to bed. I'm not taking you to the pool tonight because it's been raining, so the place is just full of mosquitoes outside. See you later. See you tomorrow.